Yes, sir. We back again, baby. Politic Pistons, baby. Episode
Yep.
9. Yeah.
Got a big smile on my face. Big
Yeah.
smile.
Yeah.
Because, like, even though we've been losing quite a few games, there have been some noticeable improvements.
Definitely.
Number one, like beef stew. In the last 15 games, he just shot 44% from three. That's
Mm.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's a stride, definitely.
And pairing Duran with him in the starting lineup, I think he's a better fit than Bagley. I think Bagley would be better coming off the bench. And before we get too carried away, Killian damn Hayes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hold on. Before we get too carried away, like, comment, and subscribe. We got to take care of the business first. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to pleasure, before we have the fun, before we start deep diving into these Pistons, man. Like,
like
comment, and subscribe.
like watch the episodes. We're trying to get our viewing time up. So watch the episodes, please.
Yes, sir. But yeah, back into this Piston talk. Yeah, Hayes has been solid. Hayes has been real solid, man. He's looking like he's turning that corner, and becoming a dependable guard. For a while he wasn't dependable. He was like that rinky dink spare tire you put on your car, man. You just got the dummy tire. He was like one of those. We used to just throw him on there and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? But you really wanted to replace him as soon as possible. Now, this man is a bell tire, man. You know what I'm saying? He dependable.
He has solidified his role as the backup point guard. And while we're talking about point guards, I think we need to make Cade the shooting guard and make Ivy the starting point guard. But I think Ivy is still a little too raw to take that position right now because he's still moving a little too fast. But once he learns to slow down and really harness his speed, man, I think he'll be the perfect starting point guard. Because, Cade got a better shot. So he should be the shooting guard. Like your best shooter should be your shooting guard.
Barely, though.
like I would say Bojan should be that, but he's too slow. He's a hell of a shooter, but he's too slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that lineup. Or maybe putting Cade at small forward and having Hayes at point guard, Ivy at shooting guard, and Cade at the small forward. Babe permanently off the bench. That just put Bog
then
at power
that'll take
forward.
Stewart. Like that'll take Stewart out of the starting lineup because you gotta have Bojan starting.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta have Bojan starting. You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of tough right now. I think Hayes, though, he's playing like you said, he's a serviceable backup. I'm not gonna go too far.
He's killing them.
I'm
Hayes
not
is
gonna
killing
jump
him.
too far out the window and say he's a guaranteed starter in the NBA yet, because he's still been a little up and down.
Yeah, he still has a little ways to go, but he was always a great defender, a great passer, and now he's become a serviceable offensive player. In that Mavericks game, you ever seen anything like that?
Hey, that was the game. That was my favorite game of the season so far. Killian really showed out in that Mavericks game, man.
Cade couldn't have done no better.
Yeah,
Cade could have done no better.
Michael Jordan couldn't have did no better.
Killian was killing him.
On fire.
He was killing him.
Him and Ivy, man. And that just kind of show you how bright our future is. The fact that Hayes and Ivy scored all our points in the overtime. And then too, Bog did his usual thing and gave 30 points. But those guys really stepped up big in overtime, man. And it was great watching my little youngsters, man. It's like watching my little young puppies grow up, man, and the big dogs, man, right in front of my eyes. So like you said, I'm starting to see signs. We haven't been getting blew out too much. We played the Knicks. Of course, the Knicks always blow us out for whatever reason.
Got our number for some reason, man. Because we beat the Mavs. then the Mavs go back and beat the Knicks. And then the
Yeah,
Knicks beat us.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Go
just
figure. Go
the,
figure,
the,
man.
the Knicks are only a great team when they play the Pistons for whatever reason. We'll
I
just
heard
chalk
that.
that up.
I heard
Memphis
that.
is another team. Any team with super size gives us problems. Watching Zion wear out whoever they put in front of him, was just disheartening. And he's going to do that to a lot of people.
Zion gonna do that to everybody, man.
Yeah, he's
Because the boy 270 and he got moves like a small forward.
yeah, he's a big, fast guy.
Zion gonna do that to everybody. So I'm not concerned about that. The thing is, a superstar is gonna get his. That's why you call him a superstar.
Mm,
You have to shut everybody else off, and you have to make that superstar play defense.
yeah.
You gotta tire him out.
Hey, and that was a close game. That was a close game. We
Yeah,
lost. We barely lost. We lost by 6 points. Bay is really starting to come around too.
yeah.
You
He
know,
like he's been struggling. He's been struggling, but he's starting to come around.
he he
I
had
think he's still.
25. He
I
had
think
25 in the Memphis game. So
Yeah, I think he's still a serviceable rotation player. I don't think he's a starter anymore.
mm,
I don't think Bay's a starter anymore.
hey, I like his production off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'll take
yes,
it. The fact that
yes,
he dropped 24 points and 25 points in our last 4 games off the bench. You'll take that.
yes, yes, yes.
We got the three B's on the bench right now. You know what I'm saying? Bagley, Burke, and Bay. That's a hell of a scoring punch off the bench, man. Those three.
I agree. I totally agree. Because like when he starts, he's like the fourth option.
Right.
But when he come off the bench, he's like the second option.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has more freedom.
Mhm.
So I think we starting to get it together. We're starting
Yeah.
to get it together.
I just want to see Cade back in the mix. I know we probably won't see that this
Yeah,
season.
yeah. Like it looks like he's going to opt out for rest, man. Because if he was going to get an operation, I think he would have done it already.
Yeah, I think
I think he
so
would have
too.
done it already. Because
And
like if he keeps waiting and operation is the choice, then he's going to lose some of next season too.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he was going to have an operation, do it now. Put your behind under the knife, get your rest, and come back for next season. But if he keeps pushing it and then do the operation, it's going to take some of next season as well.
Yeah, I want to answer as a Pistons fan, him being our potential franchise player.
He
It's
is our
just
franchise. It's no
yeah,
potential about it. He is our franchise.
I just don't like being in the dark, as a fan, and we don't
Yeah,
know what he's doing, and what, just make it clear what his decision is,
but
man.
what
So
what to be honest with you, I don't think he's made up his mind yet.
mm,
I don't think he knows what the decision is. I think he's leaning towards resting it because like you don't want to get an operation unless you have to.
yeah.
It's never a good idea to go under the knife if you don't have to.
Yeah.
But I still think it's he's mulling around in his mind. You know what I'm saying? But if you think long, you think wrong. So don't think too long, Cade. Don't
Yeah,
think
and
too long.
I see him, he's walking around on it. He's warming up and shooting and stuff like that. So it doesn't seem like it's too serious of injury. I'm not a doctor though. So, I don't know what requires surgery, what doesn't. But that's a good sign to me. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
so. I
That
agree
he's
with you,
not in a
son.
boot or, walking
Right,
around,
right. I agree with you, son.
but I don't
He ain't
know.
in a wheelchair.
Yeah, this day injuries is just weird, man. I never know what's going on with Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. I
Man,
mean,
I
them
think they
guys are.
faking over there.
What's going on with y'all? Are y'all
I think
hurt?
they
Are
faking
y'all?
over there, man.
What's going on, man?
I think they
I
faking
can't
over there.
tell what's going on with these players anymore, man.
I think they gave up 4 first-round draft picks to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard there. So they have mortgaged the ranch,
Man,
and I have yet to see them in the finals.
yeah, man.
I
Like you
have
said,
yet to see them in the finals.
I have yet to see Kawhi play 5 games in a row. You know, like it's crazy, man. I wish I could get a job where I could call out every other day, man, and be good, man. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what he's doing. It's kind of disappointing trend, man. I really like Kawhi, man. The NBA is just better when Kawhi is playing, man. And I wish he would suit up more, man. But back to these Pistons. Cade, get well soon, man. We really want to get you back in this lineup,
Yes,
get you gelling
yes,
with
yes,
everybody.
yes.
But like you said, I see some great trends with this young core.
Great trends, man. Great trends.
The like you said, the Duran and Bagley pairing, especially with the way not Duran and Bagley,
Jordan and Stewart,
Duran and
you
Stewart.
too.
The way the beef stew is starting to hit the three, kind of splash.
44%.
He's
44%.
looking he's looking like a power forward out there. You know what I'm saying? He's looking more and more like a power forward. Him and Duran crashed that glass. That's one thing that they're going to do. They're going to be hard on that glass.
We
So
have to, man, because we've been getting out rebounded by all the teams. So,
yeah,
like, if you're gonna start two bigs, those two bigs got to have big production, especially on the boards.
yeah,
And I think with Duran and Stewart, I think it'll happen.
yeah.
I think it'll happen.
I agree.
And then we got our lob threat. We
Yeah,
got our rim protector.
yeah, yeah,
And we got our toughness because both of them boys is tough.
yeah. Both of them is tough.
Both of them tough.
You got Ivy who's definitely got fire in him. You know what I'm saying? And you need a
Yes.
fiery player. Like you
Yeah.
said, he just hasn't learned how to control the fire yet. You
Yeah.
see it there.
He's just too anxious. He's too
Yeah,
excited.
he's ready to go. He get the ball.
Because he get to dribbling down there and be losing the ball. And he just
Yeah.
moved just a little bit too fast.
Um. Only bad takeaway I could kind of take away right now.
We losing.
Not just that, man. There's some questionable stuff that Casey is doing, man, with these rotations. His over reliance on Corey Joseph. There's times where, there was one game where Ivy, I think it was against New Orleans. Ivy was starting to warm up in the third quarter. Before then, he was playing terrible. I think he had 10 points in the third quarter. Casey pulls him in the fourth quarter and rides Corey Joe the whole fourth quarter. Corey Joseph is in, and it's like, why would you do that? I
Can you
know,
can you say tank?
yeah, like you said, it got
Can
to
you
be
say
tanking
tank?
purposes. It got to be tanking purposes, man. Because I just don't see if you were really trying to win, man. And why would you play Corey Joseph so much, man? So
Well,
much, man.
on one hand, we got very little choice. You know what I'm saying? Because our
Yeah.
boy Cade is out. So that moves Killian to the starting lineup.
Hey, I only want to see Burks, Hayes, Diallo, and what's the other guard we got? And Ivy. Just them four, man. Them is four guards, man. I just want to see them in there, man. I don't want to see Corey Joseph unless one of them is in foul trouble. Then I understand. Corey Joseph is still serviceable for the small stretches. But that game in Memphis, man, he did absolutely nothing to deserve the amount of minutes he got, man. I really want to. I'm trying to find the box score for that game because I don't like to seem like I'm talking out my ass. I want to, back this stuff up with numbers. You know what I mean? Because people won't be like, "Oh, you just making this shit up." Nah, man.
You talking about that game December 9th?
When we
Pistons and
play,
Grizzlies?
yeah, when we play Zion. No, we play Zion.
You talking about the Pelicans?
Yep. It was against the Pelicans. So yeah, that game against the Pelicans, Corey Joseph had 21 minutes, 0 points, 2 fouls, 3 assists. Man, come
I
on,
can
man.
do that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can do
Like
that, man.
he had no reason to be playing 21 minutes in that game. They brought him back down to 17. He just last game against Memphis, he had 1 point. He just We need to do better, man. We need to do
Well,
better.
we were gonna
Casey,
play Kojo. We could have kept Kimber Walker. We paid him anyway.
yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Is
Yeah,
I
we
would have
could have
rather
kept
had
Kimber Walker.
I would have rather had Kimba than Kojo. You know, I think Kimba would have played that role better. And Kimba kind of seemed like he was a little cocky, thinking, you know, he's better than the third string, or he's gonna go somewhere and be the starting point guard somewhere. No, you're not, Kimba.
Now, wherever you go, Kimber, you're gonna be third string. Wherever you go. I
It's
mean,
a sad,
father time catches up with all of us.
yeah, it's a sad truth, Kimba. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's not
yeah.
nothing to take away from him or nothing, man. I still feel like he could play that role. You know, Kimba get hot, man. He can still drop 30 in this league. A hot Kimba. Corey Joe, even at his hottest, man, he gonna top out about 20 points. You know what I'm saying? 20, and that's him at his boiling hot, boiling, you know,
You're
eye on
giving him
nine. You
you're
know what
giving
I'm
him too
saying?
much credit, son. I say at his hottest, he's at 15.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. You might be right because, like I said, Ivy is having not the best games, like the game against Memphis, the game against New Orleans. You know, weren't his best games, but he still had 10 points against
Yeah, and
the Grizzlies. Still
he had
had
five
12 points.
assists, but he's shooting, he's shooting like 33% from the field
Yeah,
and
I'm look,
25% from behind the arc.
I'm looking
So
at these shooting
so
percentages.
those are bad numbers, but I think it's not due to his skill set. It's due to him trying to do too much. The
I,
young boy is excited. He's trying to do too much. As soon as he learns to harness his speed and let the game come to him, he's going to be the second coming of John Morant.
he needs a
You
mid range too. He need a
you
little bit of a mid
you mark
range.
my words. You mark my words.
Yeah, he need a little bit of a mid range. That'll help him slow it down
He
just a
just need
little
to slow down a little bit,
bit. But yeah,
just a
like you
little,
said,
just a tiny bit, not much.
yeah,
Not much. Just a tanch, as my mom used to say. You used to just slow down a tanch.
yeah, he definitely need a tank to slow down, man. And yeah, the shooting percentage is looking terrible, man.
Oh
Even his
yeah,
free
yeah.
throws. The last 5 games, he didn't shot 50% from the free throw line 3 times. You know, as a guard, that's Ben Wallace type free throw shooting
You
number.
can't
You know
have
what
it.
I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
the the talent is undeniable.
Oh yeah,
The
it's
boy
there.
has talent.
It's
He just
there.
needs to slow down a little bit.
It's there,
And he'll
man.
be all right.
So how you feel about this Laker game, man? What's your prediction?
I think we're gonna beat their ass.
Oh hell no. AD going for 60. AD is going for 60. You heard it here first. I know LeBron.
No,
LeBron just predicted. You know, I don't know if you've been watching, but on the internet, LeBron has been making all these wild ass statements that you know he's just clearly lying.
against the Pistons.
Not against the Pistons. Just like he said. So I'm gonna give you an example. So he was like, the game that Kobe scored 82. This is LeBron's statement. Yeah, you know, before the game, I was just sitting around with my friends. And, you know, I told them, Kobe's going for 80 today. Really, LeBron, that's what you told your friends before the game? Kobe about to hit 8. Man, it's just lying, bro. You did not predict that man was about to hit no 80 points sitting around with your friends. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about a rap group that he'd been listening to. He was the first to get on them. He said, I've been listening to him since 2011. People Googled it. Group wasn't even together 2011. You know what I'm saying? He just so I'm gonna put my LeBron cap on right now, and I'm saying AD going for 60, but I'm documenting it. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be able to pull this
Well,
up.
I don't have to put my cap on because I always have it on. This is my prediction. Durant is gonna get an AD's ass. That's my prediction.
you,
That's
you,
my prediction.
you talking about hold on, I gotta pull up AD stats, man, real quick, man. Cause I don't know if you've been watching lately, but AD's been on
Don't
a
sell him short. I've
tear.
been watching. Don't sell Durant short.
Hey,
Don't sell him short.
Duran is not him yet on defense like that, man. You know, he got a ways. his on ball defense has a ways to go. You know, it has a ways to go. You know,
He's gonna get in. He gonna get inspired.
he still
He's gonna
looks
get
lost
inspired.
sometimes
You
out
mark
there.
my word. He's gonna get inspired. You heard
Yeah,
it
man.
first here on Politic and Piston.
Bruh, 80 last 5 games, man. 31 points, 55 points, 44 points, 27, man. He put up 44 on he put up 44 on Giannis and Brook Lopez.
You got a point there.
So I don't think Duran and Stewart. I don't think Duran and Stewart.
You got a
Hey,
point there, son. You got
hey,
a
I'm gonna
point
pray.
there.
I'm gonna pray for them boys, bro. AD is on a tear. I love to see it because I was starting to think, damn, AD lost it.
No, they was trying to play him at power forward. You need to play AD at center.
mm,
Have him in the paint.
yeah,
Have
yeah.
him in the paint. You know, you
Hey,
might do some you might do some pick and pops and you get some, mid range or some threes in. But AD needs to be in the paint.
man, these numbers is crazy, man. I'm just looking at this, man. He put up 55 points on 73% shooting, man.
Wow.
17 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, AD's he's playing like he wants to be MVP, and that's how they need him to play. Because LeBron was too damn old to be carrying all that weight, man. AD, it was your time to take over, man.
It is his time. And I would suspect LeBron told him that when AD
Yeah,
came to the team. He probably told him that AD, we need you to be AD.
yeah.
Something else that shocked me too, the Nets. I think none of their 5 starters was playing, and they still won.
Oh hell no! Who did that come across? Who did that?
I forget the team, but
They need their ass whooped, man. Whoever
Durant
lost
didn't,
to the Nets.
Durant didn't play. Kyrie Irving didn't play. Ben Simmons didn't play. Seth Curry didn't play.
Oh man, yeah, somebody need their ass whooped, man. If I
They
was a
only
coach,
they only won by 2, but they only won by a few points, but they still won, man.
yeah, if I'm a coach, man, my whole team got to
That's
run
impressive.
suicides.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
that like you said, that's impressive, man.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, I'm probably not even about to be able to pull the game up. But yeah, is there any other closing statements you want to, leave off
Uh,
on?
uh, we have to get a shout out to Knox and another shout out to Bojan. Knox has been good coming off the bench
Yeah,
in limited minutes, but he's a streaky player.
shout
You
out
know,
Knox. Shout out Knox for real.
yep,
He's definitely exceeded my expectations. They weren't too high
yep,
for the boy,
yep,
but he's been exceeding expectations, and like you said, a limited role. And then
yep.
yeah, Bogdanovich, man, he's playing like Blake Griffin did his first year with us, where
Hey,
you,
hey,
you think them guys don't have too much more in the tank, but they just take it up another level.
Bogey's been
Bojan,
doing it.
Bojan is a flamethrower, man.
I think we should keep him. I don't think we should trade him. We should
I don't
keep
think
him.
you got to keep good players.
Because like the thing is, if you trade him, you don't get nobody better.
All it's gonna do is
First
set back.
round, second round, you
Yeah,
don't get nobody better.
uh-uh.
Keep him.
Yeah, keep him. He want to
Keep him.
stay. Keep him. He started demanding a trade and all that type of stuff. Okay, maybe. But if he happy to play with us and be the leading guy,
Hey, we just extended him. Play him. He
hey,
fits in well with the team. They build a good chemistry. You need some veterans on a young squad like that. You
any
know,
any
keep him.
basketball player wants to play and get paid. In
Well,
Detroit, he is playing. He can't go to another team and average this amount of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Get this amount of touches. We give him the ball and just say, hey, you do your
do
thing.
it. Do
He's
it.
playing point guard. He bring the ball up the court a lot of times. He gets to do whatever he wants to do. So he's in a great position to me.
We can get rid of Noel, Kojo, Rodney Magruder, and probably Diallo.
Yeah. Hey, Kojo ain't going nowhere.
We can get rid of all of them.
I don't know what him and Casey got going on, man. But that man Casey love him some Kojo, man. Casey love him some Kojo.
Kojo then gave him a deal he can't refuse.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if he black. I don't know what information he got over Casey head, what he saw that he wasn't supposed to see. But yeah, man.
But Kojo got to go. Kojo got to go.
Yeah, man. Just
yeah, he got to go.
He not bringing it no more, man.
No, man.
But yeah, if you could, what position is the most need to upgrade right now? Or role, you know, it don't gotta just be point guard, or is it backup point guard? Is it we need another shooter off the bench, a shooter in the starting lineup? What we need?
We can always use more shooting, man. Like, like we almost last in the league as far as shooters.
Yeah.
But our backup point guard, that's set.
Yeah, well, hey, for sure.
Like I said, I'd like to move Cade Cunningham to the shooting guard and have Ivy as the point guard. That's what I'd like to do. And then move, I guess Bojan would be our small forward. And then Stu and Duran. That's our starting five.
So what would you like to add?
What would I like to add? Shooters. We still need some more lockdown wing defenders that can shoot.
See, that's what
guy. A 3-and-D guy. That's what we need.
That's what I was thinking. We need an athletic wing.
Yep, a 3-and-D guy.
I feel like I love Stewart. I love what he's doing. But he's just limited by his, physical things that he was born with. He just can't jump that high. He's not the fastest. He's not the tallest.
But he'll be a decent power forward, I think.
Yeah, he would be a decent power forward. But like you said, if we had a athletic, agile guy that could guard, that power forward, small forward, like who's the guy? Scotty Barnes, or it's another guy on the Raptors that fit that role. He was killing us. Ain't gonna forget this man's name. Got a kind of African name, but he's just a big, bulky, athletic wing that can shoot inside, outside. I think we could use one of those because Bojan's slow too. You gotta have people that complement what's going on in the stew. You know what I mean? And right now, if you got Jaden Ivey, who's an athletic freak, and you got Duran, Cade, Bojan, and Stewart are all below average athletically. You know what I mean? So I would want to maybe have not two athletic people in the starting lineup, but that third, I want to add an athlete in there. That's just my take. We'll see what happens.
I can't knock it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But we gonna log out, man. I'm gonna get back to enjoying this fine, gloomy Sunday.
It's sort of gloomy here too. But don't forget, folks, subscribe.
Yes.
Watch the show.
Yes.
Have some fun with us.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of editing to do, so I'm gonna get on this editing. But yeah, Pops, it's been a pleasure like always, man. Robe still looking excellent, still looking like the softest material in the world.
I got 10 of them.
Okay. Like you be saying to me, I need one. I gotta get one of those, man.
I do that.
I had matching robes one episode.